What's up, cool cats? Welcome to my channel. If you are new here, hey y'all, hey. My name is Kitty. This is my channel, expressing my journey, expressing myself. There's a whole bunch of different things on the channel, various topics, things that I'm talking about. So definitely check it out after this video, or if you don't enjoy this video, then check out the other videos. If you like this video, then like it at the end, or like it right now. This intro got your attention. Subscribe for the vibe and ding the notification bell as well. If you're a returning subscriber, sending lots of love your way. Everybody check out the description box for any updates, anything like that, updates, links, my personal information, anything like that, description box. So definitely take a peek at that. This video is going to be a video about credit. I am on a journey of getting 800 credit. So yeah, in this video I'm just going to be talking about what I'm doing and what I've learned about credit. So this video shouldn't be long, but it might be. So if this is something that you're interested, but it doesn't matter how long the video is. If it's got good information in it, listen all the way to the end. So if you're interested in that, keep watching. Okay, so what is credit? Nobody really talks about what credit is. Nobody talks about how it works, and I'll have on the screen what is credit and how it works. Like when you hear people explain it, they'll say credit is important. So how does credit work? So credit works by you going into debt to pay off that debt, to prove that you're worthy of getting debt and getting out of debt. Or how else was I explained it? I was explaining it before, like debt is important because how does debt work? I said debt. How does credit work? And they say credit works because creditors look at, whenever you want to borrow money, those are creditors. Creditors look at your sheet, your credit sheet, right? And they see how much debt you have, because the more debt you have in good standing, that's good. So if you look at Credit Karma, I think it has like they want you to have like 4 to 5 open credit accounts to be in good standing, as far as that, how many accounts you have open. And so it's like you have to get into debt to prove that you're capable of getting out of debt. So when you want to borrow money, they look at your credit like, oh, okay, they've got into debt significantly and paid everything off. So they look at your school loan, they look at whatever is on there. Like they also look at what's in collections. What's collections is another thing that just don't make sense. So whoever came up with the credit system, we know about you. We know your scheme. We know. Fix it. Do it right. Now, in the beginning, when I started out learning about credit, right, it was like, well, I'm good. Like, people are going to be open to giving me credit options, open to giving me credit cards, and open to loans and things like that, because I don't have any credit, which means I haven't had a chance to mess anything up yet. No. See, then I got told that no credit is equal to bad credit. How does that sound? Does that even make sense? Because if you don't have credit, that doesn't prove anything. That proves that, one, you might not have been old enough to get credit. That's a major one. You know, like if you don't have credit, it's not really a bad thing. But if you have bad credit, that's saying something. That's saying that you failed a few times, that you missed some payments. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what that looks like. But if you have no credit, that means that should be like, oh, they haven't started yet, let me give them a chance. And people don't understand. Well, I guess they do understand. That's why the system is set up this way, because the system is set up to kind of like make it hard, set it up for people to fail. But we're talking about progressing here, so let's continue. But yeah, so credit is important, you guys. So all of my sisters and my young brothers out there, my little brothers and my little sisters, I would tell y'all, like, credit is so important. Like, you don't think it's important. You think like it's something that older people need, or maybe people of different ethnic backgrounds than you. But no, credit is important for everybody. I'm telling you, it's important. So you want to make sure that you're doing things that improve your credit. You're doing your best to not do things that harm your credit. So some things that harm your credit. Some things that harm your credit would be to get a credit card and not know how to use that credit card. See, I have a credit card now. Ooh, and I'm gonna tell you how to get one, so keep watching. But yeah, so like, don't get a credit card and not know how to use that credit card. That's like number one. I feel like people think a credit card is an endless amount of swipes. It is, but it's swipes you gotta pay back. So just swipe mindfully. They say keep it, don't exceed 30% of your, of your credit card limit. Don't exceed 30%. I keep mine in the 10%, but again, we're gonna talk about that a little bit later, so keep watching. But yeah, so don't get a credit card and don't know how to use it. Just don't do that. Don't do that to yourself. This is my first credit card, so I haven't had that experience, but I feel like every video I've watched about credit, they talk about people getting credit cards. Which, first of all, how y'all getting these credit cards? Y'all ain't got no credit. I don't even know, but they got the hookup somehow, some way. But anyways, I had an idea that we all should start off with 800 credit. Since bad credit is equal to, since no credit is equal to bad credit, and bad credit equals no credit too, it's in that category, then we should all start off with the highest amount of credit. If I'm not even looking at y'all, I'm looking at my screen right there. We should all start off with the highest amount of credit, and then decrease from there if that's what it's gonna do. Otherwise, like, we'll just be keeping it in that 800 rank. So I think that's what we should do. Like, we should switch that around. Vote me for mayor. Yay! I have lots of good ideas for progressing us forward. But anyways, for now, I'll just talk about them in this video so we can incorporate these things individually, because they say be the change. So, but yes, so the credit thing. What else? Avoid overdrafting. We'll talk about that in a minute. Like, avoid overdrafting. I had a story for y'all. So I used to live in the projects, right? And I didn't really get into it with this girl, but I indirectly got into it with this girl. I indirectly got into it with this girl. So this is the quick story. Alright, so I was living in the projects, right? Minding my own business, keeping to myself, because that's what we do, you mind your own business, right? So that's what I was doing. So one day, I guess the girl, she lived like boom boom, couple houses forward, like toward the exit. She lived there. And so she noticed that Sean smoked cigarettes, so she decided to knock on the door and come over for a cigarette, which I found disrespectful, because one, I don't smoke cigarettes. Me personally don't smoke cigarettes, so you shouldn't be coming to this house for a cigarette. That's how I felt, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, and like, knock knock knock, you got a cigarette? She ain't even talking to me, she's talking to Sean. So I was like, and I'm just standing at the door like, are you gonna waiting for him to give her that cigarette? He didn't give her the cigarette, because I was like, like, what is you doing? Like, you just handing out. It's not the point that he handing out cigarettes. It's like, she feel comfortable enough to come over here for a cigarette, and I don't know you like that. It was just a boundary thing, and like, You know what I'm saying? I just felt some type of way about this, because no, no ma'am. So I was like, like you ain't about to be giving her no cigarette. Okay, what is you doing? Ew, go. Ew. What is you doing? Go lay down. Homeboy trying to hump my pillow. This is such new behavior. But no, none of that. Go lay down. But yeah, so and not on my bed. No sir. What was I saying? But anyways, she keyed my car, and that's not why we moved though. Like, that's not. But anyway, she keyed my car, and I was like, she wrote I heart DICK, keyed it on my car, and I was like, wow. I had no proof that it was her, but like, she's the only one that happened, and then that happened. So I was driving around in my car, it says. But yeah, so then one day my house got broken into. I wasn't there or anything, but like all my electronics, so like my memories that was on my computer, everything, electronics, game systems, TVs, everything, all the electronics just got wiped. Flipped over my kids' crib. That's why I was like, I gotta get the hell from over here, because no, why would they go in a kid's room and destroy the crib though? Like, that's a threat to me. I didn't even like that. I didn't like what that was sending me. So I was like, no. By the end of August, I'm out. I don't care. I'm out. I'm gone. I am not. And I was pregnant at the time. I'm like, no, because I'm not having no kid. No, I'm not giving birth and bringing the kid home, and somebody just broke up in my house and destroyed the kid's room, the kid's crib. Like, what is you looking for under the kid's bed? Like, so what I did was, I found a nice 3-bedroom house, bad neighborhood, nice house, and nice yard, but it was a step up from where I was at. But to get that house, I overdrafted my bank account, because like I said, like, the situation was like, it definitely called for that. I do not recommend doing that. I do not recommend doing that. Don't overdraft. Don't overdraft, okay? Do something else. Just don't do that. Don't, because that will destroy your credit as well. So yeah, what else is there? Oh, dispute information on your credit. That is something else that that I've been doing, because I mean, okay, so I did 2 different things, and I'm gonna tell y'all. I think they're called like Lexington Law, I think. Kay's being really weird right now, y'all. You made me lose my train of thought. Oh yes, so what was I saying? Yeah. Oh yeah. So yes, dispute that stuff that's on your credit. Dispute what you can off of your credit. So there are different ways that you can dispute it, but you want to, if you have Credit Karma, you should be able to dispute TransUnion straight from Credit Karma, and then for Equifax they'll just take you to the link to the Equifax link. So do that, dispute that information. Dispute whatever information that you can that don't look familiar. Even if it do look familiar, it don't. Get it off, you know. But yeah, so I disputed it, and then I did try out Lexington Law. I think that's their name. It's a crediting company that if it's not Lexington Law, my bad, y'all. My bad, Lexington Law, if it's not y'all. But if it is and y'all do credit, and they do credit. That's what I'm talking about. But yeah, so I don't so anyways, called, talked to somebody, told them, you know, because they want to know like your motivation for improving your credit. Like, why do you want to improve your credit? Besides the obvious, why do you want to improve your credit? You know, and then you talk to them and they talk to you, and then y'all will establish like the pay thing. But see, the thing was, I didn't fully understand what I was actually agreeing to. And I don't know if that was just because like he didn't explain it in a way that I fully understood, or that's because I didn't ask enough questions. But the point is, I didn't necessarily understand what I was agreeing to as far as how I would be paying them and how much I would be paying them. So that threw me all the way off guard. So I would say, if you are going through like a crediting improving service, then I would suggest asking questions, doing your own due diligence, figuring out what those terminologies and words mean, or if you don't understand, asking for clarity. Don't pretend that you understand when you don't. That's not helping anybody. So that goes for a tip throughout life. Excuse me. So yeah, what else did I do to improve my credit? So, oh yeah, when I moved into that house that I was just telling you about, my credit was really nice, you know. I was building from I had like a 650 credit, building up from there. But it dropped to like like close to 500 or something like that. And now let me check it and tell you exactly what it is. See, so this is my credit. If it's backwards, my bad. It's 663 and 648. You can see that it improved a good amount. Let me tell you. So my TransUnion gets checked daily, and that just went up 4 points. And my Equifax got checked. I think that gets checked monthly. I'm not sure. Got checked February 15th. So a few days ago. But yes, my credit has improved, and it was like at 5 something. I'll tell y'all exactly what my score was when I first started, and as I've been building, and how long it's been. All that on the screen, because I'm not really like mentioning that right now. But because I don't have the information outside my head, if I'm being honest, and don't have my notes with me because I didn't take any. But yeah, so so yeah, I mean, it's 6 in the morning, y'all. It's 6 in the morning, and I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna do this video. Let people in on these build your credit secrets. Like, people always think like building your credit is like hard and it's a scam. It is, and you can run into a lot of scams and problems like if you don't know what you're getting into. So just try to do it on your own. Download Credit Karma. Like, take advantage of your free resources. That's a huge tip. Take advantage of your free resources before you go out and pay somebody. Because if you deal with like a credit improving thing, their services does get on your credit. Like, if you don't pay it, it's there. So so that's that. What else? Oh yeah, so if you have like any type of like contracts that are like unnecessary, if you co-sign something, figure out how to get that off of your credit. Probably have to call somebody or dispute that every month until it get off, something like that. Tip: don't co-sign for nobody, because you don't know how their money work, and it's gonna mess you up in the future. You're not gonna be, unless you pay off that co-sign, unless you pay off that amount. So say for example, you co-signed for somebody to get a car and they didn't make payments, or that car got repossessed. Because you co-signed, you have to pay the remaining balance on that loan. So don't, and that goes with anything, not just a car, that goes with a phone, a house, whatever you, a loan, personal loan, any kind of loan. Just don't, because you don't know how people money work. So just don't co-sign, because that's going to mess you up in the future, and you won't be able to get anything until like, so for example, a car, you probably won't be, you'll have a hard time getting another lease to own car, even though you didn't loan that car, you co-sign, and that's the same as pretty much agreeing that that's your loan too. So don't let nobody talk you into co-signing. I've tried to talk people into co-signing, but I'm like, if somebody ever came to me, I probably wouldn't do it. So I'm glad that the people said no to me, because I probably would have ruined y'all credit, if I'm being honest, but not on purpose, completely by accident, simply because I was bad with, you know, all that money stuff. But I'm learning that it's very important. And it's like one of those things where I was in accounting and a few business classes, and I kind of wish skipping out on those. Bad baby, bad baby. But yeah, so back to the conversation. Yeah, so building my credit has actually been fun. Like, watching those disputes get confirmed and the stuff get taken off, my credit shoots up. Like, I really love this process of growing my credit. Like, I feel very responsible for really taking care of my credit. So now let's talk about how I've been improving my credit. Like I mentioned, I have been disputing things off my credit. I do that monthly, or I try to do it every month. In the beginning, I was definitely doing it every month, every 2 weeks, every time I see something on there like, what? I don't pay off those collections, because let me tell you, I have insurance. For example, this is actual true story. I have full coverage medical insurance. I just got billed $91. So first of all, why are y'all bugging me about $91? Why is y'all putting that little $91 on my credit? But number two, call my insurance. That's who y'all supposed to contact. My insurance. Don't put it on my credit and then take it off once I contact my insurance to contact y'all. Do y'all's job. Contact the insurance people. But yeah, and it's like little stuff like that that can get dropped off, because I will say they have an option when you're disputing, like, my insurance take care of that. Submit, and they'll contact your insurance company. But yeah, so that's what I've been doing. Definitely dispute that stuff. Dispute. Whatever will go away, and then just keep on doing that on a consistent basis. They would tell you, like, so for example, if you just disputed something, you might want to wait a few weeks before you try and dispute that again. But yeah, dispute what you can. Dispute monthly. What else did I do? Look for, like, cards that, oh, okay, this is one that I've been doing too. Look for and this is the way to save money too. This is kind of like a side note. It's nothing really to do with credit really, but get, like, if you get like prepaid cards, because I can't get a bank account yet because of that overdraft thing. But I know but I think like after 7 years I should be able to get it. I feel like a criminal. Not really a criminal, but I feel like that's a criminal sentence. Like, after 7 years, I already paid the bank. I paid the bank back. They're like, but you still overdraft a lot of money. So, and so yeah, after 7 years, I will be able to get a bank account, I believe. But by that time, I really don't be dealing with banks anyway. I didn't deal with banks at the time, really anyways, because the banks was being weird. Like, for example, Wells Fargo, I put $200 in a savings account that I literally was not touching because I was just saving that. And I go to Wells Fargo one day to put money in, and it said I was negative the money that I put in there. I'm like, whoa. How am I negative? And I haven't even touched this account. And this was only a interest growing account. Wells Fargo ain't have no answers. So I was like, trust my money in that bank. Give my money, give my money, give my money. But yeah, so I'll be able to get like a bank, and I'll be able to get bank opportunities, you know. So I don't have that long to wait. But so yeah, if you're dealing with prepaid options, get cards that offer cash back. That way you'll get cash back, and then you'll have access to like sort of like a savings, you know. Just recently I had cashed out on the cash back, and it was like 200 and something dollars. So get cards with cash back, because that way you'll be spending and saving at the same time. So cash back is your friend. What else did I do to like improve credit? What I'm gonna start doing is a cash envelope, but I'm not gonna talk about that in this video. I'm already getting sidetracked. But yeah, so what else did I did? I got something called Self. I am not sponsored to say this, but Self, if you want me to be a sponsor, I will, because I have a lot of good things to say. So yes, Self is basically, they have different pay options. The point of Self is to help you build credit, because so Self, let me tell you what it is. You are opening a line of credit with yourself. That's why it's called Self. Okay, you're paying yourself. You're getting paid. You're getting paid to save. And then at the end of your saving period, the money that you saved is yours. You'll have access to it. Okay, and then if you make 3 on-time payments, you qualify for a credit card. That's what I was talking about. Remember, I said use 30% or less, and I stayed 10%. So you can increase your credit limit over time. Right now mine's at 100, and I just use 10%, which is $10 out of that, and then every month on a certain day I pay that, whatever I took out, I pay that back. And then on a certain day I will pay the Self. The Self and the credit card are 2 different things that show up on your credit. So it looks like you have a credit card, and it looks like you have an open line of credit, which is good. So at first, so it depends. I have the $25 monthly payments, but they have different payment options. 25 is just the minimum, and I like to go for the minimum, and then you can always increase. It just looks weird to go from a high number to a low number. So start low, and then when your money get nice, then you can increase, but you don't have to start at 50 if your money is looking like 25. So just start small, and then that will equal to like 500 something after the end of your saving period. And I think the saving period is either like 2 years, or I think it is 2 years. It might be 2, 3, or 4, or 5. I don't remember. But that's why I just said saving period. But at the end of that saving period, you get that much money back. So for me, I would get like 500 and something back from me making those monthly payments to myself. I don't see the money, I just see the original balance decrease. And then let me show you. So you can like choose what day. I love this because you can choose what day your money that you can pay it. You can pay it before, but you choose what day that it's due. And then you can always change that day too if you need to, which is the good thing. You can change it straight from your app. Y'all use my referral code down in the description box because your girl referred you, and that way you'll get some money too. By using my referral link, you'll get money added to your account. So win-win. Get my link. So yeah, right now, let me just turn my screen over to you. You can see like my self credit. That's my overall like score from Experian. All right, so let me show you my credit card. So with the credit card, ain't nothing on there. You see how that has that 0 on there? That's because I just paid it off. Like I said, I only used $10 out of the $100, and it's due every day on the 8th. But if I wanted to hold on, video was about to cut off. But if I wanted to at any point in time change that, I could. My credit utilization, you cannot see that, but my credit utilization is really good, and they tell you, they break it down. Okay, the point is that they break it down, and literally, if you prefer somebody, you get money, they get money. And it's just like all about saving you money and like building credit in the process. So like I said, your credit card is you have your self card, which shows. So right now, okay, here we go, there it is. Okay, I'm gonna show y'all, because this is what yours will look like too. So my next payment is the 25th. So my payments are the 25th of every month. Okay, you see that my term end date is 2023. So I will get all the money that I've been sending to self for my monthly payments. I will get that money back March 25th, 2023. I do have auto pay on, but sometimes I pay it before, so even if you pay it before, they're not going to take anything off. They only pay, and you can pay some before, so you can pay like $10, $10. You have until whatever your due date is, so you can just continue to pay some. You don't have to pay the whole 25, but whatever, however you want to do that. So yeah, and if you cash out early, you know, they charge you like 13 cents or whatever, something like that. But yeah, and they tell you your credit card utilization and all of that. I use my credit card, like I said, I don't use $10 off of the credit card, but I use my credit card to pay my cable bill or to put gas in my car. Those are the two things that I use for my credit card for. And like I said, I keep it at 10%, because I'm not trying to play with my own money. But yeah, so get self, y'all. That has been improving my credit since I've had it for 88 points just with self. The rest of it, my credit has improved 120 points in total. Out of that 120 points, 88% is just from the self, using self. So I would suggest using it. It's super free. I didn't have to pay anything. Well, I did have to pay the 25 in the monthly thing, but I didn't have to pay, like, there is no, like, for example, current, I have to pay like a certain amount type of thing, which I'm still going to do that when that's going to be one of the things I have to do. But for as far as, I haven't done that yet, but as far as free options, I literally have been using self and disputing things off my credit. I've been really picky about getting into contract deals. Like, even with phones, like, I just don't do contracts because there's like hidden fees, there's like skinny little tiny little words that you can't read, little fast talkers, and I'm just not ready for that yet. So I am telling you, because this is what I use, you take advantage of your free options first. Dispute on your own. Get that self card, and after 3 on-time payments, you will qualify to get the credit card. You don't get the credit card right away. You got to make 3 on-time payments. At the end of your term, you get that money back. So if you chose 25, you'll get like $500 and something. If you chose 50, then you'll get like $1,000 and something. So you see how that works? So you'll just, whatever money you've been putting into the self, at the end of your pay term, yourself will get that money back, and you don't even realize that. That's the good thing about it, is because it's leaving you. It's out of your sight, out of your mind. And then after your term payment, you're gonna be like, what? I got $500 and some dollars. Where does this come from? And then, oh yes, self. So that's what I've been doing to build my credit. And I suggest you do the same. My tips is just to be smarter with money. Be smarter with money, and really avoid things that say like overdraft protection. Like, turn that option off. Turn it off, because, well, I needed that. I'm so glad that I didn't have that overdraft. I'm glad that I did have overdraft protection when I got my house, because that's what literally saved me and my family at that situation, and that's helped us out in that situation. But now I would say, because I had to learn some hard financial ways, so that is what I did. That's what I'm doing, and my credit is constantly growing. So if I do anything new, I will update you. But this was a long video, but I hope it was informative. If it was, let me know down below. Let me know what you're doing to boost your credit, if these tips were helpful, if you're going to utilize them, or anything like that that you want to share. If you just watched, show me some eyeball emojis, send me a heart, love, send me a cat from a cool cats out there. But yes, other than that, sending lots of love. your way, you guys. Catch it and receive it. It's for you, and thank you for watching. Bye bye.